What's up, guys? Welcome to the Monday Morning Marketing episode. This one is this month, for the month of August. It's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be super, super important, these episodes for this month, August 2022. Keep this in mind because we're going to be talking about how to convert the leads that we get throughout the month, right? Meaning we're going to be talking about how to convert leads from Google Ads, how to convert leads from social media, right? Maybe somebody comments or somebody DMs you, right? Private message you and says, hey, how much is it for veneers? And then you let them know and then you hear radio silent, right? Technically, these are warm leads or maybe leads from your website or however, right? Ground marketing leads. These are leads, and sometimes we tend to not know how to convert them so they don't walk in, right? So the point of all of this is to get cheeks in seats, right? Butts in chairs. That's what you want. So that's what we're going to be talking about throughout this whole month is the proper strategy on once you find interested people through your marketing methods, how can we actually talk to them or convert them as quickly as possible into your chair? And so I got ground marketing covered, of course, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. Now, there's a new article, and there will be another new article coming up here pretty soon on this month. But the month of July, a new article came out. Let me see if I can pull it up. If you guys are watching right now, then you guys can definitely check it out. So there's a new article coming out this month on how to organize it. But this article is called "So You've Got Leads, Now What? How to Convert Your Leads." How to convert your ground marketing leads into patients. And this is the thing, and I really appreciate this part right here. It says, you've worked hard and ground marketed to your local community, right? From fitness facilities to small businesses and everywhere in between. You've done the work and collected a huge list of leads. Congrats. And honestly, that's a lot of work, guys. So congrats. I know it's not easy. Some events will provide you a lot. Some events will provide you with a small amount of leads, people interested. Regardless, ground marketing always provides you with names and numbers, people who want to see you. This is a great accomplishment, and you should definitely celebrate it. But I know a lot of the times I've gotten this question, now what? Now what, right? And it feels good that you got all these leads. Maybe you went to an event, 100 people signed up. They're like, yes, please contact me for your incentive, or just contact me. I need a second opinion or whatever. And you get a lot of leads, and now what, right? Now, collecting leads is great and all. You can get 100, 200, 300, 5,000, right? And all that's fine. But what actually matters is if they're coming through the door, they're walking in. So this article right here, if you're listening on the podcast, you can definitely go in the show notes below. I'm going to put a link to the article. But at the same time, if you're watching the video of this on our YouTube channel, you can definitely just follow along with me. And it says, so you got leads, now what, right? So the main important, most important thing I want you guys to take away from this is just follow up, right? As quickly as possible, follow up. You get leads from an event, you get leads from a sign-up sheet, you get leads from somewhere, right? A location, wherever. You want to follow up within 24 to 48 hours, ASAP, okay? Don't let it sit there over the weekend, any of that stuff, right? You want to make sure you get them in as quickly as possible. If you can even get them on the schedule when you're at the actual event, right? But a lot of the times, maybe they may say, I have to check my schedule. Maybe you're picking up a sign-up sheet, what have you, right? So you want to follow up. Now, there's 9 simple tips in this article that I give you. And we're going to go through them. Number 1, recognize what your leads are, right? And that's super easy. It's money, guys. It's money on the table. Remember, you've worked hard to collect these leads. You've gained that confidence to go into these locations and talk to people and build these pipelines. And they are interested. They have given you their information. Don't waste that. Don't waste that momentum. Follow up with them. Now, number 2 is be comfortable. I mean, most people who are asked to follow up with their leads are kind of uneasy, right? They feel like, oh man, I'm going to bother them. I'm only going to call them once. No, you're not going to bother them. They gave you their information. Make sure you follow up with them. And in our ground marketing course, what I'll show you in the next tab right now, I'm actually going to show you the script on what to say. But at the same time, a script is going to make you feel comfortable, obviously, a little bit more. But in the ground marketing course, I'm just going to go to that right now. If you can look on here, we also have like how to follow up, how many times, and so forth, right? Confirming the appointment scripts, your workbook. You will need a workbook to organize, but that's other steps, right? So number 2 is be comfortable. Number 3, always be positive. Guys, your attitude is incredibly important as you prepare for your follow-up call. While anything could happen on a call, meaning there's a chance you're catching someone in a bad mood, their voicemail a lot, whatever, you shouldn't let that get you down. Always have a positive attitude and a mindset that's positive. It's going to go a long way. You're not going to give up. 4, be confident. I mean, when you're contacting a lead through a call, your first impression hinges on the way you sound. So sounding confident will make you appear self-assured. And 5, don't worry about making mistakes. A lot of the times we think we got to speak so professionally on the phone when we're converting these leads that it almost sounds like we're robotic or we're actually reading the script, which is fine. But remember, make mistakes, stumble over your words. This is fine. Be like, oh, this is from the event. Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, remember me? Like, ad lib to it. Remember, you're human, and it's bound to happen that you're going to make mistakes, but it makes you more relatable, right? And so this kind of leads me to the script. Now, if we look at the script here, let me make the screen a little bit bigger. It says calling new patients for the first time. You're going to say, hello. Let's just say the person's name is Bill. Hello, is Bill there? And obviously, you know you're calling Bill, so they're going to say like, yeah, right? And then you're going to say, this is your name, right? This is Michael calling about the incentive you signed up for. And let's just say the incentive is free whitening, right? So let's restart. Hello, is Bill there? This is Michael calling from the free whitening you signed up for. How are you doing? And you wait for a response. Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing great, or blah, blah, blah. You want to introduce yourself pretty quickly because they can be caught off guard, right? And you don't want them to be left in the lurch for too long. Then they're going to say, you're going to say, well, congratulations on the free whitening. Make it seem like it's a thing that they won. Congrats on the free whitening. Our team is so excited you're going to be coming in, right? Just make it seem like it's something that is exciting. Congrats on the free whitening. I'm calling to see what day would work for you. But before that, I wanted to see what questions can I answer for you about the complimentary procedure. Now, they may have a ton of questions. They may have none. They may say, is this completely free or anything of that nature? If they do, just say, yes, it is. And then continue to say, why? Were you looking to get something else done or needed something else? Now, here is where you will determine if you put them on the on-call list or not, right? And an on-call list is just a list of people you want to call whenever there's a last-minute cancellation or you're feeling like, let's just call them and see if their mind has changed about needing something else or they need a second opinion or whatever, right? That's what the on-call list is. So if they say, no, I don't, I have a dentist, right? Or like, why, were you looking to get something else done? And if they say, no, I just wanted the free stuff, or no, I don't, I have a dentist. Or if they say, yeah, I want to do this or that, then continue to schedule them, right? If the lead says, I already have a great dentist, or nah, I just want the free whitening, then that's the issue right there, okay? Because I don't want you, and a lot of the members in the course, I never want them to just give out free whitening and then hope that they come back and make them their dentist. You could do that. And we do have some members in the course who do that. And then they'll get a review, right? Or a referral, which is fine. But I mainly want you to get this person. I don't want to waste your time, right? So if they say, no, I don't have a dentist, I'm actually just looking to get this procedure done and maybe like an exam and x-ray and other stuff, schedule them. But if they do say, oh, I already have a great dentist, I just want the free whitening, or nah, all I want is the free whitening, then say, okay, that's great. The next couple of weeks we are jammed packed. But in case we have a last minute cancellation, could I call to see if you're available at that time so you can come on in and get your free whitening done? They're going to be 100% okay with it. They're going to say, sure, I understand. No worries. You're going to say, okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I'll put you on our list right now. I'll talk to you soon. Boom. That's it. Now, if they don't have a dentist, they don't like their dentist, they have any dental issues, or they sound like a good candidate, continue with the script. Answer their questions accordingly, right? Like, oh, is this completely free? Yeah, it's completely free. Oh, okay. Hey, and I also wanted to know, how much is it for Invisalign? Or how much is it for an implant or whatever, right? Continue to answer their questions accordingly, right? And also continue with the script below. Once you've answered their questions, just say, great, I'll put you down for, let's just say you mentioned a day, Tuesday, right? I'll put you down for Tuesday. Would that day work for you? If they say yes, perfect. I'll put you down, then mention a time. Is that okay? And then you adjust accordingly to their response. Then you say, great, Dr. Whoever and I are personally excited and looking forward to seeing you. Now, what is the best way I can remind you of your appointment? If they say, I don't know, you still want to mention text, email, or phone. And then you can continue and say, awesome. Like I said, the doctor is so happy to meet you, and I'll talk to you soon. And then you want to continue with, putting them on the schedule and things like that. So that's the script you're going to want to utilize when it comes to calling the leads, right? And if you're looking at this through video, you can definitely screenshot it, take a picture of it. Or if you're a part of the ground marketing course, you can definitely see more of that in here. As you can see, we also share what happens if they say no to the date mentioned, what happens if you're going to confirm, but they haven't confirmed, so much more in the ground marketing course. But that's the script you want to utilize when converting these leads, right? Get them on the schedule. And at the same time, I don't want you to waste time and they say, oh, I just want the free whitening. Well, I guess I gotta just give them the free whitening, even though they're not interested in anything else. No, you don't have to. You can put them on your on-call list. And now the on-call list is really, really good because eventually 6 months down the road, 7 months down, you can definitely give them a call and be like, hey, we haven't forgotten about you. How's everything coming along? And they're going to say, hey, I was just thinking about looking for a dentist. I just needed a second opinion. Yes, I continue, right? There's still good leads there. Now, let's move on to number 6. Remember your why. Now, something else that could boost your confidence while helping you convert your ground marketing leads into patients is to keep your why top of mind. Why did you go out ground marketing to collect leads in the first place? And more importantly, why are you following up with your leads? Maybe it could be to reach a financial goal or a patient goal, but keep your why top of mind, right? I know when I do this, it helps me to think of the number, the goal, right? Okay, I want to reach 30. I got to continue to call until I do that, right? And then that leads me to the 7th point. Schedule your calls in blocks. This was something I learned the hard way. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see when practices follow up with their leads is that they don't set aside a specific time to call and follow up with their leads. Instead, they'll scatter a few calls here and there, slowly following up with each lead, right? So for example, maybe in the morning they'll call some people, they'll look at the sign-up sheets, they'll be like, okay, I'm going to call some of these people here at this time. Then they clean the room, they go out to do an event, come back, I'm going to call some other ones, 3 or 4, and then they're done, right? That's not efficient. You want to, okay, most likely people will answer from 3 to 6 p.m. or 4 to 6 p.m., right? I'm going to try making all my calls at that time. Now, the only case in which you have your calls scattered is if your leads actually request, hey, call me at 10 a.m. I'll be free. Call me at 9 a.m., 7 a.m. I'll be free, right? Then that's reasonable. That's where you're like, okay, they told me to call at this time. I'm going to call at this time. Now, sometimes even though they tell you, call me at 7 a.m., I'll be available, they won't answer. And then you call again, they won't answer. And then you call again, they won't answer. Like I told you in the ground marketing course, it tells you exactly how often you should be following up, the length of your follow-ups, how every other week, every other day, how you should be doing that. So let's just say you're doing that. They still don't answer at the time that they said they were going to answer. Then you want to eventually do it more at the time that you're going to batch all your calls, which is like 4 to 6, 4 to 7 p.m., right? And try then. 8 is change up your call times, which kind of went to what I was talking about. Changing up your call times is a great strategy if many of your leads aren't answering. From experience, we've noticed that calls made in the early evenings have the highest response. Like I said, 4 to 7, 4 to 6 p.m. And you think about it, your leads are probably working a 9 to 5, right? So they won't necessarily have the time to answer during the day. So get creative and call them outside office hours, no matter what, right? If your calls aren't getting answered, change up your call schedule. And then explain why you're calling. That's last, but it's not least. You want to explain to your leads why you're calling. And the more specific you can get, the better off you are. So when remember, at the very beginning of the script, hey, it's Michael calling from the LA Fitness event that we had. Remember, you signed up for the free whitening. Once you hear their change of voice go, oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Then you know you got them, right? Their tone of voice should relax. Then you know, okay, we're familiar. Let's continue to talk. I can make mistakes and stumble over my words. It's fine. All that stuff, right? But first and foremost, you want to get familiar with them. And that's how they're going to familiarize. Hey, it's me, Michael, right? Like explain why you're calling and let them know I'm here to schedule you, and then continue with the script that we just talked about. So guys, it's so important to follow up. Remember, don't just call these leads. Like maybe you got a sign up sheet and you call them all once or twice, and then you're like, oh, only 3 answered and 2 scheduled out of 100. You have 90 plus still waiting for your call. You just got them at a bad time. They can't fit it in their schedule right now. They're driving, whatever, right? That's money on the table, just sitting right there. So continue to follow up. Don't remember to think about one of these, right? Number 3 and number 2. Like, don't start thinking, oh my gosh, I'm bothering them. I'm calling them too much. No, until they tell you no, or that's it, just no, or stop calling, you're going to continue to follow up. And there's a strategy to that, of course, right? So guys, remember, these leads that you've collected are very, very warm leads. They're not new. They know you. They gave you their information, but they still aren't your patients yet. So this is why your follow-up call is so important. So use these tips, right, to help you sound confident and competent, as they will help you get in touch with your leads so that you can get them one step closer to stepping into your practice. And like always, I'm going to put a link in the show notes below to the Ground Marketing course as well. And definitely, guys, if you're not a part of it, join it. I mean, there's a lead calling strategy in here. There's the scripts, many, many more scripts. There's also a lead calling workbook. Now, the lead calling workbook is important because you're going to all these locations, apartments, medical offices, warehouses, corporations. You're getting a lot of leads. You have to organize them all, or else you're just going to get lost. And then there's a ton of, if they tell you like, hey, the Amazon Warehouse Corporation told you to call, most of the leads told them to call you on Monday, but then you're doing another event Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and getting more and more and more leads, you're probably going to forget a lot about that Amazon warehouse, and they're waiting. So it's important to organize it too. And that's what the other article is going to be coming out this month about. But at the same time, here in the Ground Marketing courses, you can see this is our lead calling workbook on how to organize it. And we give you the template and everything. So there's so much more that goes with it. But I hope this helps. Guys, if y'all have any questions or concerns, like I said, always feel free to reach out to me. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.